month always feels like a fresh start, and for me, that means taking a step back, spending time with God, and making sure I'm setting my plans in the right place. Before we start planning, I want to remind ourselves of this verse. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. We don't have to have everything figured out. God's mercies are new every morning, and that includes this new month. Welcome back, everybody. I love anything that has to do with goal planning, and I'm constantly reassessing where I'm at. I don't just do this at the beginning of a month, but a beginning of a month, a new month always feels fresh to me. So today we are going to get into some goal planning. I want to live intentionally for the Lord and with purpose, and to do the things that God has called me to do. So today I want to go through my January goals and see how I did, and then start planning for February's goals. I want to write in my calendar. I keep my calendar for a lot of really important dates and work things. And then I want to fill out my 2025 Christian planner from Abide Paper Company. I'll link that down below. They are sold out for the season, but I'll still link that below so you can have that for next year. I also need to get caught up on my business accounting, and I also want to get started for my 2024 taxes. My father-in-law does our taxes, so it's really simple to get it to him, but I still do need to get going on that. And then I also want to share some of my favorite things, the things that I'm loving right now. But before we get into that, I actually want to do a little bit of journaling. Before I get into my goals too deeply, I like to reassess where I'm at, just mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and see if there need to be changes. I've already made a few changes, like with my schedule and things like that, but I'll get into that in a moment. So I asked myself 5 questions, and I'm just going to read them out to you guys in case you want to do a self-assessment as well when you're doing your goal planning. Number 1, how am I feeling emotionally and spiritually right now? Number 2, what areas of life need more attention? Number 3, what have I been struggling with and avoiding? Number 4, what brings me joy? What is giving me peace right now? And number 5, have I been holding on to anything like an idol or anything that needs to be surrendered to the Lord? As I was going through this, now I've already made some changes to my schedule and things like that, but it became really apparent that my schedule really needs to change. I've been spending time on social media. I've been burned out, stressed, not loving everything I'm doing right now. And so Stephen actually suggested to me that I do a time budget. So last week I actually started working out a time budget. Actually, it was this week, early this week. I started working on a time budget to see where my time was going to. So I am going to cut some social media out of my life. That became really apparent. But I've also been struggling with lack of discipline and procrastination. So I think cutting out social media will be helpful for that. I've also created a chart of what I want each day to kind of look like. And I've been really excited about that. It's been giving me a lot of inspiration. So I want to continue doing that. But that also means within my schedule, I've been super busy. So I'm going to be decreasing my videos. I'm going to actually talk about that later a little bit more. I'm also doing a discipleship program through my church, and I have a whole big binder. It's really thick to go through. There's homework to do every week or every other week. And I meet with my discipler every other week. So that's taking a lot of my time as well. And I'm really excited about it. It's just taking time in my day for that homework and for meeting with her. So I'm needing more time for that. And I'm also doing an adult Sunday school class, which also has homework. So I just have a lot of things on my schedule right now. So if you guys are struggling with procrastination or lack of discipline, I know I can't be the only one who struggles with that, but creating a time budget, instead of, you have a financial budget, instead of a financial budget, you're going to put your time down and see where all your time is going. And that just really helped me to see where I was wasting time or how I could combine different activities like getting outside but also walking. All right, so for my January goals, I actually divided my goals up into different sections. I have spiritual and relationships. Then I had work, finances, health, and personal goals. So for the spiritual goals, I wanted to keep up with the reading through the Bible chronologically, and I did that, so that was really great. And I wanted to spend more time in prayer throughout the day, and that did not really happen. So we're gonna work on that one. Relationships, I had to spend more time with family and friends, and that did happen. My siblings were actually here for a week, and I went out with some friends for lunch, so I was really excited about that. And then I also had under relationships that I wanted to connect with Steven more at the end of the day. This was kind of on and off. When my siblings were here, we were all just really exhausted, so we just came home, had dinner, chatted a bit, and then went straight to bed. For work, I had weekly uploads, and that did happen. I was really excited about that and proud of myself for being able to do that. And then I had to get ahead on some of my crokinole projects. This did not happen. Typically after Christmas, we're just super busy with orders. So I was trying to keep up with orders, and then my siblings were here, and it did not happen. And then I also wanted to work on the product that I'm creating, and that did not happen at all either. So January was a busy month. For finances, I had to get caught up on my accounting and start getting my 2024 tax ready. And I did not do that as well, which is why I have that actually on as the plan for today, because I need to get that done. For health, I had drink more water, which was great. I did great on that. And then work out 3 to 4 times a week. Did not do as great on that. I actually just started a new program that I'm really enjoying. And when I start a new program, I have to take it really slowly. So I am now at 3 to 4 workouts per week, but it was kind of sporadic, like probably the first 2 to 3 weeks of January, but I'm kind of back into routine with that now. So I'm really excited to carry on with those workouts. For personal, I had to get outside more. That happened when my siblings were here, but not so much other times. So I actually, with my schedule that I'm creating, I am actually creating slots to walk outside, get outside, walk outside, do things outside. Of course, as weather permits. It's February. It's not January anymore. It's February now. It'll be dependent on if it's raining or not here in San Jose. And then I also wanted to read more in January. That did not happen whatsoever. I hardly even picked up my chapter book that I'm reading right now. So again, I'm building that into my schedule so that I can have more rest and relaxation time with that. And then lastly, I had more regular cleaning and decluttering. I typically, right around the new year, I get really excited to declutter. I was really happy with the progress we did make with decluttering. So that was January. So next up, I actually want to create my schedule, my daily schedule. By the way, my sister gave me this from Canada. I wanted something from Tim Hortons. I really miss Tim Hortons. Their ice caps were my favorites. But anyway, so I got this from my sister. So I'm really excited about this. Helps me drink all the water that I've been wanting to do. So before we get into February's goals, I actually want to create a schedule. Right now I just use a chart that I created on Microsoft Word, but I actually want to feel inspired by it. So I'm going to go to Canva and create something so that I can have a nice chart to look at and be excited about my schedule and feel inspired by it. I don't like my schedule to be the same every day. I like the flexibility, and just with everything I do, I can't have it exactly the same every day. But I want some sort of structure to it to help me stay accountable so I don't procrastinate, so I don't lose track of the time in my day and am on social media and things like that. So we're gonna get into that with Canva. for February goals, under spiritual, I had to keep up with my chronological Bible reading, which, as I said, I'm already on target for that. And then spend time in prayer throughout the day, because I didn't do so well in January on that. I want to continue to try to do that and actually put more time in my schedule to do that. I haven't put it in the schedule yet, but I want to do that. And then do my Scopus and BCT homework in a timely manner without procrastinating. The Scopus program is the discipleship program that I was talking about, and BCT is just like the Sunday school homework that I have. Under relationships, I have more date nights with Steven. We like to go walking around the neighborhood in the evening sometimes, but we haven't done that in a really long time. So I would love to get that started again and get into a habit with that. And then to spend more time with friends. It's so easy to tell your friend, oh, like, hey, let's get together, and then nobody actually schedules anything. So being sure to schedule when we actually talk about it. And then for work, I'm going to decrease my upload schedule to 1 video every other week. So that'd be about 2 videos a month, or as I'm able, but I am aiming for 2 videos a month right now, just to get some stress off and to have more time in my schedule for other things like my friendships and my homework that I need to do with other things. It's also okay to adjust things. Like at the beginning of the year, and one of my long-term plans or goals this year is to have a video upload every week, and that just wasn't sustainable for me. It's okay to adjust your goals as life changes. Just don't quit your goal just because it didn't work out the first time. We're now at the beginning of a new month again. It's early February, and we can adjust and create systems that'll work for us. So hence like my creating my daily schedule, and things will adjust as I go through in that schedule. Every day is slightly different and I can adjust that, but being okay to adjust and not give up just because it didn't work the first time. And then I'm also wanting to work on the course or the Bible study guide that I'm actually creating. So I want to get some work done on that this month as well. For finances, I have get caught up on accounting and get my 2024 taxes over to Dad, my father-in-law, for February. I'm actually going to do some of that next, but I'm not going to be able to get all my 2024 tax stuff together today, but I want to get that done for February as well. For health, I want to prioritize getting enough sleep. I've been struggling with insomnia again, and my mind's just racing, and I can't sleep, where I wake up in the middle of the night. So I want to prioritize getting enough sleep. So like in my daily schedule, I have like getting up at 5:30 in the morning, but if I need to sleep, like this morning, I ended up sleeping until 7 a.m. because my body just couldn't fall asleep last night. So it's okay, again, to adjust as needed. I want to work out 3 to 4 times a week. I want to go hiking more on the weekends. Every time I go hiking, I keep forgetting how much I love hiking. So I'm hoping that Stephen and I can go hiking. We've talked about it here and there. And I actually have a few trails in the area that my friend from choir told me about. So hoping to do some more hiking in some of the parks around here. And then another one, last month I increased my water intake. This month I actually want to decrease my coffee. I'm having quite a few cups a day, so I would love if I can decrease that to just 1 cup in the morning. And then for personal, I want to get outside every day. And I sort of hinted at this. I'm going to do a social media fast. So I had said that I'm being distracted with social media. So I'm going to actually do a social media fast, like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all those things. I will keep up with YouTube uploads and comments and things like that, but I'm not going to be, the endless scrolling where you can just sit here and just keep scrolling. I also want to try a few new recipes this month. I was getting kind of bored in the kitchen and just not enjoying the food I was eating. So I want to find more recipes that I can get better at and try them. And then reading as well. I want to continue reading during the day if I have some time during the day, or in the evening before I go to bed. So next up, I have my calendar. I like to keep my calendar for important dates that I want to remember and any work things that come up that I need to put on the calendar and remember. I typically put this at my desk. So we will fill this out for February because it's still in January right now. And then after that, I want to do my finances. Like I said, I have some accounting to do, some business expenses to get updated on, and I actually have to bill Proconnell Canada for January and start getting my business tax from 2024 ready for my father-in-law. So we're going to get into that next. lastly for this video, I want to talk about some of the things that I've really been loving, some of my favorite things lately. Right now for music, I've really been into a lot of different types of jazz music. From like coffee house jazz to Christian instrumental jazz. I have 2 different playlists that I've been listening to over and over again, so I will link that in the description. I've really been loving my workout as well. I use Beachbody or Beachbody on Demand, and I just started 80-day obsession, and it's really difficult, but I'm really enjoying it. I love how every day is different. I was doing Lift 4 before, and I was getting a lot of upper body strength, but I want to have a little more cardio, not necessarily HIIT, but just more cardio to get my heart rate up. But I've been really loving my workouts lately. I also really have been loving hiking. We went hiking when my siblings were here, and I really enjoyed that. I always forget how much I like hiking, and then I go hiking, I'm like, let's go again. So if any of you all are from San Jose and you love hiking, definitely let me know in the comments your favorite hiking trails that I should check out. Some of my favorite YouTubers, like I said, I'm on a fast from watching YouTube videos, but I really love Michelle Reed. Her vlogs are just so calming and inspirational to me. So definitely check out Michelle Reed's vlogs. And I love Ashlyn Eaton for simple living, intentional living, and decluttering. She always gets me really motivated to declutter, so definitely check out her channel if you're interested in that. And then for more faith-based content, I typically will go to Ashley Hetherington and How to Faith a Life. And I think some of you guys watch both of them too. I definitely love Faith's channel for just Bible journaling and how to study the Bible and things like that. So definitely check out those channels, Michelle Reed, Ashlyn Eaton, Ashley Hetherington, and How to Faith a Life. Well, that is all for today, friends. I hope that this video is really inspiring to you guys for your goals. By the time this will be released, it'll already be like a week into February, but I do hope that this will be inspiring for you as you also look at your goals for the month and for the year ahead too. And even if January didn't turn out as planned, know that the Lord's mercies are new every morning. Every day is a fresh start. It's a new day to do what the Lord has called us to do. And maybe you struggle with procrastination or discipline like me, but again, the Lord's mercies are new every day. And just take encouragement from that every day is a new day to serve the Lord. See you next time. Bye, friends.